Welcome back everybody, this is Hmong Shaman Documentary video log 34. So in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about my new year and about dreams that I had prior to finding my tools, such as my Juneng. So people's been asking me about my Hmong Shaman Syndrome videos where I'm holding onto my bells and I start to shake, and I'm holding onto my big ring with the bells and I was shaking as well. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about it first. So about my new year, the long new year for releasing the spirit, Shaman spirit, went well. But it was strange though, in a way, because after the day after or the night of my shaman release spirit, Chokwaneng, then that night I had a very strange dream. So I had a dream that I was in this park. It looked like a very big park. It seemed like it was a festival. There was a lot of people that were just, and enjoying themselves, partying, drinking, going to like all these kind of stores, kind of like at a Hmong tournament where you have a lot of entertainers. And I was running around and eating food, enjoying my time, and it was really similar to a Hmong New Year that we would have. So that dream, to me, I was thinking about it. It's not the first time. It happened last year too, but last year I had a dream that I went to a New Year, but this was more like a New Year, kind of like a gathering where they come to your basement and you do a pool table and they drink. And my dad was there too. My dad passed away, obviously. And my dad was there too. But this year I didn't have that kind of dream. I had a dream where it was like a New Year tournament. And a lot of people were gathering, entertaining themselves. So to me, this kind of dream, I felt as if it was my shaman spirit guides that took me to the other world, the spirit world, to go and enjoy a little time in the other world, to see how their New Year's are, and took me to go check it out. So it's pretty cool. So then the next day I had another dream. The next night I had another dream, and this dream, I had a dream that I was on these very cool like roller skates, and I was like skating very fast, and I was trying to get from across town, from here to across town, to go to Best Buy. It's weird, Best Buy, because I had to go exchange my shoes. It was really my shoes, supposedly I just bought them in my dream. I just bought them and I'm going to go exchange them for new ones. And I was skating through the whole town, really fast. I'm just going left and right like crazy. It was super awesome. And then when I got to Best Buy, I went to the I was gonna go to the cashier and ask her if I can exchange my skates. But then I thought about it and I was like, okay, well, maybe I should go clean up these skates first, because they don't seem clean. The customer service might not believe me. So I went to the bathroom and I took out my skates, and underneath my skates were like springs. It seemed like there were springs to help me jump. I started cleaning it up. I took it apart. I was cleaning it up, and then I tried to put it back together. And I had problems putting it back together, but I put it back together and I went to go return it. So that dream was my second dream I had. And to me, that dream, I believe that it's a dream showing me going to exchange my tools, your red cloth that you burn, and you're exchanging your tools for new ones to come and fix the people in this world. So that dream, that's what I believe it meant. So then I thought about it and I said, you know what, maybe I should wait another day and just see if I dream again before I make this video. And the third day is the third day, or the third day is when I have to pull down my white cloth that's on top of the ceiling from my altar. So I decided to wait for the third day to see if I had another dream, which is last night. But I had a pretty weird dream. Um, I met this girl. I think she was someone on Facebook, but I don't know her personally. She's just on my friends list. And I was with her, hanging out and doing a bunch of stuff, but I don't think that meant anything. That dream, I don't think it meant anything at all. I think it was just a random dream. So I decided to wake up and do this video. Now I'll get to my tools. The dream for my tools. So I have 4 pairs of bells. One my master gave me. 2 pairs I picked up myself. And a pair I asked my grandpa, my Yatzi, to pick off me. So the first pair that I picked out, or my master gave me, then the second pair I picked out, I had a dream that I was jumping on top of very, very tall skyscrapers, back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. I have these dreams a lot, jumping on skyscrapers, you know, jumping down, gliding, whatever the heck, climbing the skyscrapers. And I jumped to the top of this skyscraper, and it seemed like there was this octopus. This octopus was on top of the skyscraper, and I looked at it, and I was thinking to myself, what is this octopus doing? So I decided to go and lift up the octopus, and as I lifted up, inside the octopus there were 18 golden balls, clear golden balls. If you could imagine like a golden or Dragon Ball Z, they have the eggs, or like the crystal balls with the stars on it. It looked kind of like that with no crystal on it. I saw about 18 of them, and I decided to take them. I had no clue what they were. I decided to take them because they looked cool. So after that dream, I bought a pair of the one bells that I picked myself. One pair my master gave me, so I got 2 pairs left. One that I picked again, and one that my grandpa picked me. So as time went on, I had more dreams. Okay, I had a dream that I went fishing. No, I wasn't fishing. I was in a hotel, and in the corner of the hotel, inside the hotel, there was a little river that was flowing in the corner, and there was a doorway there, right by the river. And we went to go look in the river to see if there's any fish, because I love fishing. I went to go see if there's any fish, and I saw some really, really big salmon in there. Okay, and as I was looking at the salmon, a big, big turtle came out. Okay, the big turtle came out, and the turtle had a mouth of an alligator, and it tried to bite me, and so I ran and I jumped on top of the door. I ran and I held on top of the door, and it was underneath me, and I thought to myself, what am I gonna do? I either kill it, or I either just sit up here until I fall down and it's gonna eat me. So I decided to fall on top of it and choke it to death. Yeah, I fell on top of it, I choked it to death, and inside his stomach were some golden eggs again. I took those 2. Okay, there was 4. After that dream, my grandpa, he went to the July 4th tournament in Minnesota, and he found me 2 bells, a pair of bells, and he bought me that one. And so for my pair that I picked up myself, the latest pair, I also had a dream too before. I had a dream that I went to this one, it looked like a campground, and there was a lake on top of a hill. So it's like a valley. I was in a valley. The left side goes to a lake, and the right side goes up to the mountain. or to the hills. I got there and I saw this Chinese guy. This Chinese guy, he came down and he said, well, what are you guys doing? And I said, well, I'm fishing. He said, what are you using for fish? Or as a lure? I said, I only have a white bass fly, a purple redhead, a white bass fly. He goes, oh, okay, like if you catch anything, let me know. I said, okay. And so then I went to the lake and I was looking around and I saw some salmon. So I said, oh, dang, I'll try to catch a salmon with my white bass fly. And I was fishing, and I was like, oh shit, you know, what am I gonna do? I need to go look for some lures. So I was like, salmon, like to eat salmon eggs. So I was walking around and I was looking on the ground and I stumbled upon a carp. It was like a gold carp that was dead, laying on the ground. So I went to go look at it and I said, oh, you know, I got an idea. I'll go and look inside the carp and I'll cut the carp in half and look inside to see if there's any eggs. And if there's any eggs, then I will take the egg and then fish for the salmon. So I went and I saw this carp laying on the ground. It's probably like pretty small, like almost 2 feet. And I started to poke it with a stick. I started poking with the stick, and the stomach exploded. Not like a boom, but it burst open. And inside of the stomach, there was a lot of eggs, like a Dragon Ball Z eggs. It was gold, but inside the eggs, there seemed like there was still like a baby in there, like a yolk. I see the eyes moving around, and so I was like, oh dang, you know, I should probably. It looks pretty cool. I should probably take it. So I picked those up, and I took it with me, and I took some to go and fish. But the ones that I used for fishing were the ones that looked like salmon eggs in a sack. So I took the gold ones and I took the ones that looked like salmon eggs and I used those to fish. So after that dream, it was the Labor Day tournament in Oshkosh, and I decided to go to it. And that's where I found my last pier. So for the last 2 piers that I got, the one I picked up and my grandpa mates he picked up, it was kind of strange. So when my Yatsi was picking up my bells, he was also looking for a gong for his daughter, because his daughter was doing, you know, she was becoming a shaman too. And as he was looking for the bells or the gongs, he stumbled upon a bell, just one. And he's like, okay, well, I'll come back and look at it after I check all these stores. He went to check all the other stores, looking for all the stuff, bells, gongs, and he couldn't find anything. So he said he was gonna go home. He was gonna leave home. It was late at night, and when he got to the gate of leaving the tournament, he remembered that he forgot to go check with the bell for me. He decided to go back to the tent to look at the bell, and the same bell that he saw before was still there. Nobody touched it, nobody wanted it. So he went and he grabbed it. He grabbed it, and then he noticed that there was another bell exactly like it. 2 pairs. I mean, a pair. So then when he was gonna leave, he saw that bell, or the bell, and then he picked it. He took it and he bought it to give to me. So I said, okay. He gave it to me. And then now, the strange thing about those bells is that when I got it, I noticed that it was defected. There was holes in there. Okay. But I'm like, oh well, you know, this is a gift from my Yatsi, so I'll use it. So now when I picked up my bells, I went to the Oshkosh Labor Day tournament and I was searching all over. I got in, I searched all the tents. Could not find any bells to my liking. I searched and searched and searched and searched the whole day. and it was pretty late at night too. So I decided that I was gonna leave. I was leaving, and when I got to the entrance, it started to ring very, very hard. So I was like, oh dang, I parked pretty far. I decided to go and hide under a tent because it was raining too hard. This is the first tent right by the entrance. I decided to go hide by it, or hide under the tent, and I looked in the corner table and I saw some bells, some gongs, and some horns. I'm like, oh, whatever. Probably nothing too. So I turned back, and behind me there was some bells that were tied in a string. They're in stock, not taken out to display. And so I asked the lady, I was like, can I take a look at it? She said, yeah. I went to look at the bells, and I found two pairs. I found one pair, two bells. Right when I picked it up, I looked at it, picked the other one, I looked at it. The rain stopped. I didn't even notice this at all. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I bought it. And then I went home. So now, I have a total of 8 bells. And I will show you guys how the bells look like. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the bells that I obtained have this design. The bell that my Yazidi picked up have these designs. Now the thing about the bells that he picked out and I picked out were all defected. To people this would be broken actually. This is actually not good. But it was strange to me because my bells that I picked out look like this, and the bells my Yazid picked out look like this. 4 defective bells. And then my table also became defective. After I built my table, I don't know what happened. There's holes in here now. And then all of a sudden, my arms, my scar, I have these moles on my arm too. Ain't that some crazy shit? I don't think it's cancer, because if it was, then my table would have cancer and my bells have cancer too. So when I thought about it, it was strange because my grandpa found his bells, or my bells that he picked for me, when he was leaving. I found other bells when I was leaving. I feel that it was like destiny. It was fate. It was meant to be. I feel that it rained on purpose so that I would go and hide in that tent and find these broken bells. I was never really a lucky person, but this made me second guess myself. I might not be lucky, but I am fated to do some good in life. So hope you guys enjoy it. This is a little video to share about my tools and how things are kind of related with me and the tools. I have other tools that I had dreams about that I did not obtain yet. Maybe in the future, if I do obtain it, the tools that I've seen in my dream, such as my dragon daggers and my big bowl to hold my xianeng, which is my sword, and my bells with the ring, or the large ring with the bells, and my other shaman knife, two shaman knife. One looks like a fat sword, actually, very fat and short sword, and the other one looks like a katana. Maybe if I ever stumble upon them and get them, I will do another video and show you guys if there's any resemblance. In all, thanks you guys for watching. I hope you guys, the people that are in the journey of becoming a shaman, or as a shaman, to do your best and, be able to help whatever you can. Like I said in the end, this shaman journey, it all depends on yourself more than your master or anybody else. Because if you want to learn, you have to try to learn. If you don't try, you're never going to learn. You don't give your all, you're not going to learn. If you want to learn, then you have to try your best. Thanks, everybody.